I'm not quite sure what I expected after a recess like that, but it definitely wasn't a lunchtime rain of mutant frogs. Word had spread rapidly about twins readout, and my classmates were as twitchy as a traffic cop on an anthill. Between our nervous chatter and the sporadic moans from the vans, it was all Mr. Chu could do to get us to focus on fractions. An unexpected PA announcement did nothing to settle our nerves. "Attention all students," Mrs. Johnson's voice passed from the tiny speaker on the wall. "Until further notice, we will be observing the body system." Franz greeted this news. "What body system?" muttered Tyler Spock, probably because he never had, strictly speaking, any bodies. Big Pete didn't count, he was more like a pet. Whenever you are outside the classrooms, stick with at least one fellow classmate at all times, our principal continued. That means at recess, at lunch, on bathroom breaks, before and after school, nobody is to be alone, not a single solitary blessed soul. Understood? Even though she couldn't hear us, many kids said understood. Such is principal power. "We are working on solving our unusual situation here at Monte Rosa Elementary," said Mrs. Johnson. "And until we do, your safety comes first." Unusual situation? A pizza party in the principal's office was an unusual situation. Words could barely describe how weird it was. The room buzzed with my classmates' concern. "Not to worry," said Mr. Chu. "Mrs. Johnson's actually doing you all a favor." "A favor?" asked Gabby. "Sure," Mr. Chu chuckled, but his humor didn't quite reach his eyes. "Who doesn't want to spend more time with their bodies, right?" "Right," I said. You had to hand it to the guy. Despite his own worries about monsters, he was trying to make this easier on us. Then and there, Mr. Chu divided us into body pairs. Naturally, Benny and I were together, which suited me fine, but I don't think Tina was nearly as pleased to be stuck with Miss Minidorf herself. "Yes, me, Igor. Don't we get a choice?" she asked Mr. Chu. "Not when safety is at stake," he said. Tina scowled. "Safety is overrated." Lunch brought little relief. Pairs of kids huddled over their trays like prison inmates, shooting judgery looks around the cafeteria. It was like they thought the dose of lasagna's past was coming for them any minute. And maybe it was. I had my own worries to add to the mix. I couldn't stop thinking about Mom and Dad, wondering whether they were discussing divorce. And if they did split, would Veronica and I go with Mom, or would one kid go with each parent? The mere thought of all this made my corn dog harder to choke down in a concrete casserole. But at last, Bunny and I finished our lunch, dropped our trays on the step, and headed out to nose around. Aside from the agey mood, it seemed like the same old playground. Lots of kids were doing regular kid stuff, talking, climbing the jungle gym, playing basketball and tetherball. And then halfway across the blacktop, the weirdness factor bumped up another notch. Just ahead of us, Amrita and Cheyenne stood, hunching their shoulders like they were warding off blows. But there was nothing there. Amrita turned and glanced at Bunny and me. "Quit it," she said. "Quit what?" asked Bunny. Cheyenne flinched again as if something had struck her shoulder. It's not funny. What's not? I asked. Stop throwing things at us, snapped Amrita. Mystified, I glanced over at Benny. We're not, we said together, holding our empty hands. A thought occurred to me, and I gripped his arm, watching the two girls closely. Was this the girls at work? Were, uh, facing, were we facing a poltergeist? A spirit that could actually be felt in the physical world? Oh, don't deny, Amrita began. Then plop, something small and dark ricocheted off her forehead. Jillian registered that we hadn't moved. If you're not throwing it, she said, then who? Something squishy struck my cheek and rebounded. He nodded off. I spun, searching for the prankster. But if someone was throwing things, they were better hidden than the softer side of Darth Vader. Could the girls be doing this? Something bounced off Bunny's head. He clenched his fist and whirled. All right, smarty pants, show yourself. But no one showed. Hands on knees, I tracked the object squinting down at a greenish lump a bit smaller than an Oreo cookie. Was it a toy? I reached down and then the thing moved. I snatched my hand back. What was that? What is it? Asked Benny. I'm not sure. Bending lower, I elbowed the thing, which gave a feeble hop. Oh, it's a little bitty frog. I extended a gentle finger to stroke it. The creature bared sharp teeth in a rodent-like head and chomped down. Yeah, I flicked the thing away. It bit you? Said Benny. I sat on my sore finger with its little mouth teeth. Benny scrunched up his face. Say that again. But then, with a pitter and a patter, the sky was raining a teeny mouse-headed frogs. Ow, yow, Benny and I hunched, raising our arms for defense. One of the creatures landed in the folds of my sweatshirt and nipped me on the neck. Sweating it off, I raised my hood for protection. Probably not the advertising slogan its manufacturers had intended. Protects from light, rain, and occasional amphibian shower. Kids across the playground shrieked and scattered as the bizarro storm struck. Most ran for the shelter of trees or nearby buildings. Benny and I hustled over to the closest covered hallway, right behind Amrita and Cheyenne. There we took cover, watching the other kids slither for the rain. Unbelievable, said Cheyenne. Cool, said Benny. Freaky, I agreed. Eat. Amrita patted her hair. Are they gone? Cheyenne assured her she was trigger-free, which was more than I could say for the students stuck on the playground. Several students had frozen under pressure, falling into the fetal position and getting hammered by the tiny creatures. I wanted to help them, the kids that is, but I didn't want to be bitten by any more of them. The frog mice, we yelled at the students to run. Strangely enough, Big Pete actually dashed into the downfall, holding out a plastic wastebasket, and in short length from where we stood, I could just make out his cry of "Sweet Science Fair project" as he collected mutant amphibians from the sky. Then, as suddenly as it began, the froggy rain slowed to a light shower, then a drizzle. Finally, only the odd plop and ribbit here and there. Pete stood a bunch more frogs into his bin, then hurried off to examine his windfall. The whole stool smelled like an aquarium desperately in need of cleaning. That was different, said Bunny. You think? I said. I've heard of pennies from heaven, but frogs? I scratched my head. What could have caused it? Could it be connected to the haunting? It's a curse. Cheyenne's voice startled me. What now? I edged back. Was she about to start raving and pass out like Jose and Trin? Cheyenne clutched her jacket together and stared across the moving carpet of mutant amphibians. Like in the Bible. It's a plague on our school. We are being cursed. That's ridiculous, Bunny scoffed. No, it's not, said Amrita. Shaking her head, Cheyenne mumbled. First the kids going into coma, now this. I stepped closer to her, but it wasn't a curse that made those kids step out. It was what, said Cheyenne. Well, I'm working on finding out, I said. Probably best not to mention Rose when she was in this kind of mood. Cheyenne brushed me aside. I know what I know. Let's go, Amrita. She strode out the hallway. Where are we going? Her friend asked, trailing after. To transfer to another school. This one's not safe. Benny and I watched them leave. Can't argue with that, I said, rubbing my stomach. Most schools you don't get beaten just walking across the blacktop. He waved it off. Let's leave the fries to Mr. Bill. We've gotta stay focused on the girls. Fries? I said. Benny lifted a shoulder. Frog mice, fries. I raised my eyebrows. Really? What would you call them? He said. Mogs? Call them what you like, I said. Just don't ask me to clean them up.